Welcome to Framework for Success. I'm Michelle Egbert, and I'm going to share with you today a technique called freeing your mind. This is something that I have learned many, many years ago from an author named David Allen, talking about a brain dump, getting things out of your brain. I use this technique a lot. I've adapted it and adjusted it to me, and also I've helped my clients and they use it themselves and they adapt and adjust it for themselves as well, because it's got to work for you. But I'm going to share with the technique and then I want you to just run with it and make it work for you. So, what is freeing your mind? So, have you ever been distracted? Have you ever been your mind wander on other tasks? You can't stay focused in the moment. This technique allows you to be present in the moment. It allows you to remove those distractions temporarily so you can be focused on that deep, hard work. So, freeing your mind is a simple thing to do. You're just going to take a piece of paper, you're going to draw a line down the middle, and you're going to brain dump everything that is distracting you in the moment. How I use this technique is I typically do this before I meet with a client, before I work on some deep work. If I have a project that's going to take me 2 or 3 hours, I get an initial brain dump. I get everything that's cluttering my mind, things that are distracting me, and I initially do a brain dump. And when you do this brain dump, you're not going to analyze anything that's on it. You're not going to prioritize it. You're just going to get everything that's cluttering your mind in the moment on a piece of paper. And how this is useful, especially when you're meeting with somebody else, is when you're meeting with somebody one-on-one. I always ask if I can take notes. And the reason I say draw a line down the middle is I'm going to take notes to the right, because I will tell you the majority of the time my customers are like, yeah, please take notes, because they want a recap of our conversation. So I'll take the notes on the right-hand side. If anything distracts me in the moment, something we're talking about, I get triggered and all of a sudden I think, oh my gosh, I got to pick up bread on my way home, I just write it on the left-hand side. And that way I can still stay present in the moment. It is only a temporary hold. So there is a key to this. You need to take that list and you need to do something with it after that meeting or after you have done your project, because it's things that are cluttering your brain and they're going to continue to show up because your brain will eventually know that you haven't done anything. You have not closed the loop on those things. So typically what is the best thing that has worked for me is I schedule time on my calendar to go through that brain dump list. When I meet with a client, I like to schedule time at the end, and typically I do it then. When I go back to my office, I will take about 30 minutes, recap those notes, and then I schedule another 30 minutes to go through the brain dump. So about an hour afterwards. I can't always do that. So sometimes what I do is I schedule it the next morning and get it done. And when you take that list and you're going through that brain dump list, you're going to do anything in that moment. Remember, you've scheduled it on your calendar to take care of your brain dump. So 30 minutes to an hour. Anything that takes you 2 minutes or less, you're going to take care of it and cross it off your list. An example would be scheduling an oil change, scheduling a dental appointment, something where you're just going to call, schedule something, cross it off your list. If it's something on your list that's going to take you longer than 2 minutes, you're going to take that task and you're going to schedule it on your calendar. And you're going to put it on your calendar for a later time where you're going to be able to be in the moment and be able to take more time and do that particular task or that project. Once you put that on your calendar, you're going to cross it off your list. So the goal is when you're going through your brain dump list, everything on there is going to be crossed off. And you can do that every single time that you are distracted and you want to be present or in the moment. And there's really some unique research that's out there about being focused and the benefits of being focused in the moment, because we are distracted by so many things. We're distracted by our phones, we're distracted by people walking by when we're meeting in a coffee shop. So distractions are inevitable, but there is a way to write those down and get your mind focused and get back at the task at hand. So let me share with you a little bit of research that are the benefits of being focused and in the moment and being present. So it's going to increase your productivity because you're concentrating on that single task without any distractions. It's going to enhance the quality of your work because that deep focus enables your brain to fully engage in that task, because anything that's distracting you, you've written down and taken it out of your brain. It's going to improve problem solving and decision making. So when you're focused, you can think more clearly and you can be more critical. You'll have more critical thinking in the moment. It's going to boost your creativity. It's going to clear out that mental clutter through concentration. It allows you to be innovative, and those ideas are just going to blossom. It's going to reduce your stress and overwhelm, because focusing on one task at a time prevents the feeling of being overwhelmed with a very, very large to-do list, because you're overwhelmed with all the other things that are coming on in your head. It increases your satisfaction and motivation. It's going to give you better relationships and better communication with others because you're present in the moment. So with anything, when I do in these videos, I'm going to have a QR code that's going to link to a blog on my website that's going to allow you to dig deeper. So if you click on that QR code at the end, it's going to take you to the blog for Freeing Your Mind, but you're going to go down to that dig deeper section. It's going to give you some articles. So with this particular one, there are a few books that are out there as well. It's mostly going to be focusing on the articles on the power of focus and why it's so good to be focused and be focused in the moment. But as you do anything in life, anything you choose to do, always be authentic, always be you.